Konbanwa, Dan here. It's Wednesday, I think. I wasn't planning on doing a video today because I had a bunch of homework and I have like 100 and something words that I need to learn by Monday, so I was going to try and get a jump on that. But when I got home today after school, well, first off, school was a little crappy because before, we had a test today, and the test actually went okay. But before the test, we were doing a bunch of practicing with some of the grammar points that we've been going over, and we'd listen to an audio section on like a CD, and it would go really fast, and we were supposed to dictate, so it'd talk, and then we were supposed to write out what they said, and then we were also supposed to answer what they said. And I can't write fast enough. This happened to me even taking English tests, where something like this would happen, and I would forget halfway through the question what the beginning of the question was. Well, when it's in Japanese, I would understand everything, but I would forget halfway through the question what the beginning of the question was, and I couldn't remember what to write. So I kept getting frustrated, and I started getting fairly angry. Not because it was, it was a little hard, but more just because I couldn't keep up doing it, and I knew I couldn't do it in English even if it was in English. So I was getting all frustrated, and then lunch, the store that I usually go to for lunch was closed, so I had to get like a hot dog, and that was my entire lunch, so I was all pissed that I couldn't eat very much, and my head hurt, and all this other stupid stuff. So I finally just had to give up and relax, and I think I did pretty well on the test, but we'll see tomorrow. So the school was kind of crappy, but I get home, and the homestay mom was waiting for me, and she told me, hey, there's a museum, like, it's right across the road, literally, not even a block away, and she's like, there's a, I don't even know what calligraphy with the kanji characters, in Osaka, actually in Nara, on Sunday, this last Sunday, I bought a calligraphy set. I just thought it would be kind of fun to do the calligraphy that you kind of see in the movies that the people are doing on the really thin paper, and I thought that'd be kind of cool, so I bought this whole set. There was no paper in it, but I figured I can find that in any like art store or whatever. But the mom had found this place that they had this whole show set up. So she's like, okay, I got home, we talked a little bit, and then she's like, okay, come with me. So we walked over to the museum, and we're walking around and looking at all these pictures and stuff, and a lot of them are really neat. I don't like new age art. It's too... I don't even know how to describe it. I just don't really care for it too much. But to me, this Japanese art gallery was really cool because not only was it art and all this other stuff, and I'm not a big art fan or whatever, but just the fact that there's real culture and there's real history behind it, whereas New Age art, there's nothing really behind it. It's just random crap half the time to me. But that's just my opinion. I know that I'm probably not going to make people happy saying that, but whatever. But there was just a lot of cool little paintings, and then they had these kanji strips of the calligraphy, and I guess there's 3 different kinds of calligraphy. There's like slow writing where you can actually read the characters, and then there's fast and then fastest writing where, it's just like practically lines that even the Japanese can't read. The mom was telling me, I don't know what the heck it means. You'd have to read the little plaque down below to understand what it actually said. But we go around the whole little art gallery, and then there's an upstairs there was another gallery that we were going to go look at. And we walk upstairs, and there's a little sign-in book, and I had signed my name in down in the book downstairs, and then upstairs I could write my name in the calligraphy. They had the calligraphy pens out. And the mom got all excited, and she started talking to the ladies at the desk, and one of the ladies at the desk at this museum is a teacher of calligraphy. So we ran back to the house, I grabbed the calligraphy set that I had bought, and we went back to the museum, and I got like a 45-minute, hour lesson on how to do Japanese calligraphy. I was so stoked. The few things that I did are downstairs, but I'll try and post a picture of them or something. in a day or two. But it was just so cool. I didn't understand how, like, I understood maybe a quarter of what she said, but it was so visual and tactile to begin with that I understood what she meant. And it was hilarious because not even 10 minutes into me sitting down and pulling out all the stuff and then kind of showing me how to lay out things and how to hold the pen and how to put things down, there was like 15 people surrounding my little table and taking pictures, and, you know, they'd all be watching in anticipation for my every stroke, and then when I would do a stroke really well, they would all clap, and, oh, Jozu, which means skillful. So, like, oh, you're very skillful. And it was so much fun because they were all just impressed that a foreigner was writing. And, like, I knew how to write the kanji already to begin with. I've studied some of the kanji. I only know, like, 200. But the lady would actually show me how to write each stroke, and it was just funny. And then I got a picture. There's a picture of me and the lady that taught me, and I'll put that at the end of the video or something. And it was just a lot of fun. So it was a nice little end to my crappy day. And now it's back to studying, and yeah, next week is going to be ridiculous. The new chapters that we're going into have a lot more vocabulary and a lot less vocabulary that I know to begin with. The previous chapters that we've been studying, half the vocabulary that we're supposed to learn I already know, so I had less to do. Now, I don't know, like, 2 or 3 of them anymore. And there's chapters of, I think the newest chapter was like 40-something words. And we do a chapter a day, so there's 40-something words that I need to learn a day. So it's going to be interesting. But I'm going to do my best. Ganbattemasu. And I think that was it. There was, yeah, I think I talked about everything that I thought of this morning. Yeah, so there you go. And here's some calligraphy.